So as pretty much everyone knows already, LaMelo Ball dropped out of high school after his sophomore year and is now going to be playing professional basketball in Lithuania starting in January. A lot of people think this is the first time a player left high school early in America to go overseas and play professionally, but that's not the case. Back in 2009, the #1 junior in the nation, Jeremy Tyler, actually decided to forego his senior year of high school and sign a $140,000 one-year contract with Maccabi Haifa of the Israeli Basketball League. So before this video starts, we are doing a daily December. We're uploading a video every single day. Our goal for the end of the month is 35,000 subscribers, and we're actually really close to hitting it, but it's going to be really close and probably will go to the last day, to be honest. So if you guys like this content, subscribe, and if you guys have any more ideas for videos on this channel, leave it in the comments because it's getting really hard to think of an idea every single day. So anyway, now let's get on to the video. Jeremy Tyler was the #1 player in the nation and was considered to be the best big man in high school since Greg Oden, who was extremely good back then. So in his first year in Israel, he only played in 10 games, averaging only 2.1 points and 1.9 rebounds per game in only 7.6 minutes per game. It became evident that he didn't have the maturity level to become a professional basketball player, and that year in Israel wasn't willing to work on becoming more mature. He actually missed his first flight to Israel because he didn't know that he needed a passport, and after his first game and only playing 10 minutes, he left the locker room in tears. The year before Tyler went to Israel, #1 recruit Brandon Jennings spent a year playing in Rome, and that was extremely beneficial for him. That experience humbled Jennings, and he thrived in the NBA, especially as a rookie, scoring 55 points in one of his first games in the NBA. An advisor to Tyler and Jennings said all he had to do was do what Brandon did, shut up and go learn. And that he obviously isn't doing that. He thinks he's Kevin Garnett. When talking about his problems, Tyler pointed fingers. When asked about his maturity, he said that his teammates should treat him like a man. When asked about his reluctance to work and listen to his coaches, he said that he was skeptical of their knowledge and methods. Tyler, who was the captain and the focus of his high school's offense, who averaged 28 points per game in his junior year, couldn't adjust to being a role player and couldn't adjust to playing with grown men who, while less talented than him at the game of basketball, fit in better in a system, were more mature and were much more productive on the court than Tyler was. After that disaster season, he signed with the Tokyo Apache of the Japanese League, where he averaged 9.9 points per game and 6.4 rebounds in 15.4 minutes per game. He was a lot better in that season, and then decided to declare for the 2011 NBA draft. He was selected with the 39th overall pick by the Charlotte Bobcats in the 2011 NBA draft, but his rights were later traded to the Golden State Warriors. In his first year for Golden State, he actually started 23 games, averaging 4.9 points per game and 3.3 rebounds per game in 13.5 minutes per game, which, while not good, is not absolutely terrible. The next season he only played in 20 games, with his minutes being cut from 13.5 a game to 3.2 minutes per game, and he only averaged 1.1 points per game. He was then traded to the Atlanta Hawks, where he only played in 1 game and didn't score. Over the next 10 months, he played in the D-League with the Santa Cruz Warriors, as well as in the Summer League for the New York Knicks. And on the 31st December 2013, he was signed by the New York Knicks, and in January 28, 2014, he actually had a career-high 17 points. However, on the next day, he was sent down to the Erie Bayhawks of the NBA D-League. At the end of that season, he was traded along with Wayne Ellington and a 2016 second-round pick to Sacramento Kings in exchange for Quincy Acey and Travis Outlaw. And on September 6, 2014, he was waived by the Kings. He was then picked up by the Lakers, but was waived on October 20th. That was the last time we saw him in the NBA. He spent the next 3 years playing for 3 different teams in China, and in 2015 he was actually signed by the Rockets, but was waived less than a month later after appearing in 2 preseason games. This season he's playing in Australia for the Sydney Kings. So yeah, that's the story of the last player who left high school early in America to go play professional basketball. Jeremy Tyler was expected to, without doubt, be a lottery pick, and he decided not only to skip college, but to skip his senior year of high school. His first year playing professionally in Israel was a disaster, as it was clear that he didn't have the maturity level to be halfway across the world living by himself. And also, he didn't seem to know how to deal with not being the star. However, his talent still did get him drafted into the NBA, and he did play 80 games in the NBA. So while he definitely wasn't a great NBA player, he probably has made millions in his career and has had a successful enough career playing professional basketball. So what does this mean for LaMelo Ball? Will he go down the same route as Jeremy Tyler, or will he end up thriving in the overseas setting? And that's very hard to tell, because players like Brandon Jennings did improve massively by going overseas, because they became more mature, they became tougher players, and they became used to playing with grown men. However, one of the main reasons Jeremy Tyler failed was a lack of maturity and a lack of willingness to learn, which is one thing that could definitely happen to LaMelo Ball. LaMelo's used to jacking up 50 shots a game, and he's not going to be able to do that in Lithuania. If LaMelo goes to Lithuania, toughens up and learns how to fit into a system, with his skill level and his ability to shoot the ball, I think he could end up being a lottery pick in the NBA. But there's a very good chance that he could end up just being another Jeremy Tyler, and could be another player that we look back and think they should have probably went to college to mature for a year. So anyway, that's the video. A lot of people think LaMelo is the first person to drop out of high school early and go pro, and as far as I know, Jeremy Tyler was the first and only person to have done that before in history. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.